Hello and welcome to Park Sean de Bruyne in Balahi for the O'Neill's Derry Minor A Football Championship final between Given and the Lip, myself, Gareth Kane, and the great Mary Kay Burke. Here, I had to get the O'Neill's sponsored in case the Russians tried to turn off our stream before we started.
I think you could have done with a drop in the grate, like.
We are about 6 minutes away from throwing. Have you the timer set, Mary Kay? Because I have enough to do here.
Yeah.
We will give you the teams first and given Thomas McCluskey in goals, full back line of Conor McKenna, Padraig O'Kane, and Emmett Old McKeever. Half back line Darrell O'Neill, Ryan McGilligan, and Donagh Colgan. Midfield Daithí McCluskey and Kevin Barry Mullen. Number 10, Michael McVeigh, 11, Padraig Harn, and 12, Patrick Peoples. Top of the left, Ashton O'Kane, full forward, Paddy Higgins, and Shan O'Kane on the inside line. The Lip, there might be late changes to this, we're not sure, but this is what we have at the minute. In goals is Jamie McAlinn. Number 2, Tiernan Bradley. 3, Senan Lagan. 4 is Dara Jackson. 5 is Kerry Conway. 6, Peter Coleman. 7 is Torrey Cudden. 8 is Conor Corey. 9 is Dylan Rocks. 10, Conor McCann. 11, Tomas Devlin. 12, Daniel Keane. 13, Luke O'Neill. 14, Cody Rocks. And 15, Martin O'Bradley. There is a right size of a crowd on the terrace. Mary Kay, we're never shy of people to come to minor or club football. And Derry, you are proud for them woman living in the given this long time. I had to throw that in nice and early. You're a long time the given woman. They are favourites here, Mary Kay. They are favourites. They are expected to win. How do you see it at the outset?
Well, given that you've had more clubs than I've had lunches this week, you have some neck on you coming out with that line straight off the bat. But how do I see it going? Look, on form, given are unbeaten, and on paper should look like they're favourites in this game. But I wouldn't put the kick of a ball between these two teams. Given have been getting tighter and tighter games the further into the competition they went. I mean, Ballinascreen ran them as tight as they ever have been pushed. And I know this is a very, very good look side. They've had a very comfortable semi-final victory, and they're a side that have improved over this year's campaign. So I wouldn't like to be calling it at this stage. I see Gavin Dixon taking charge here in the middle, and it's slightly breezy here. There's a bit of a breeze blowing down.
It's actually a rugby breeze. It was down just a wee while ago on the pitch, and it's blowing towards the scoreboard end. And it's actually pretty significant where whoever's playing with it, you're going to be looking at 2-pointers here. You're going to be looking at building a wee bit of a lead in the first half.
Yeah.
But we have Dungiven going for their 10th county title at minor level. We have the Lip going for their 3rd. This is their first final since they last won it in 1995. That team for the Lip produced a fair few lads that went on and did fairly well. They won Ulster Club, they won a couple of Derry championships. Dungiven's crop of 2022, the one Ulster, are making shapes a wee bit at the minute as well. So two clubs that are well used, particularly familiar with minor finals over the last few years.
They have. This is their 3rd final in 4 years from memory, and they have a history of success. We're just stopping out for the national anthem here. I'm not sure who's singing it. Hi. So we were talking there about, a springboard, and I think the clubs in Derry are acutely aware of how big a springboard a minor A final is for senior football in Derry at any grade. Not only in the final, but we're here today with Sean Brown Cup and two very good teams. I'm expecting it to be a very, very good game.
Yeah, Darren Conway giving us final instructions to the Lip team. Darren, a soldier of those Ballinascreen teams, won 2 Ulster titles, won an All-Ireland in 2002. Darren is married and living in the Lip and has taken this team from knee high. They wouldn't have been overly fancied at the beginning of the year, but they've made fantastic work. They actually played Dungiven in the very first game of the championship in the Loop. Dungiven won that game by 6 points, but since then the Loop have beaten Glenollan, beaten Ballinderry, beaten Marfelt, and beaten Lavey to make it to the final. Dungiven overcoming Ballinderry and getting a walkover against Glenollan in the group, and then overcoming Balahi, and then Ballinascreen in that tight semi-final that you were at. Mary Kay, there is never, ever, ever an easy one Derry Minor Championship.
No, definitely not. And it's been a tough enough week for the Dungiven Miners. Colin Neeson's taken the team there. I know you mentioned Darren Conway. Colin's mother sadly passed away last week and was just laid to rest on Sunday. And just before we throw on here, I'd like to extend my sympathy to all of the Toner family and Colin particularly. It's been a tough week for them emotionally and physically. The minor hurling final as well. So look, the two sets of players have taken up their 15 positions here, and Gavin's looking around him. I better make sure and get the timer going because that's my one job. And it's nice to see Gavin in black.
Absolutely, Mary Kay, and I echo those sentiments on the Neeson family. We're about to throw in. Padraig Harn has gone to the middle of the field. At 11, Dylan Rocks in against him, the other two midfielders on the side. Gavin Dixon making sure everyone on both sides is outside the 45. He is just holding the throw in up. It's a big crowd here in Black. And there goes the ball into the air. Padraig Harn against Dunrock. Rocks gets the first hand to it, but comes down for Michael McFaith. And Given will play with the breeze down towards the scoreboard end in the first half. First touch for Shannon Keane out on the left hand side. He pops it off. Darrell O'Neill, they're looking forward to the immediately setting up with Peter Coleman protecting as a sweeper. He is sitting in front of the full back line. The defence is marking pretty narrow. They're going to look to obstruct us and give an attack in any way they can in the first half here.
Yeah, Kevin Barrymore just on the turn here, trying to look for space or look for an option, and he's just doing laps here, looking for some space. It's nice to see Sean O'Kane in there. Sean's still under 16, and he's had a lot of ball through his hands already. As Dungiven come on the lap, trying to find a bit of space. Clara, there's not a lot of space on there at the minute for any team looking to attack.
No, there's very little. The loop are really well set up there. The Dungiven inside forward line are keeping away. They're trying to create a pocket of space down the middle, but at the minute the ball has been kept outside the 45. They can't penetrate that line. The first wee bit of pressure comes on. Shannon Keane picks it up under pressure from Tiernan Bradley. Shannon Keane breaks inside the arc. Good tackle from Tiernan Bradley. The ball breaks. It comes back into Dungiven hands. It's Padraig Harn again. Pull of the jersey there. Gavin Dixon keeps the hands down. Ball comes wide on the left hand side out to Darrell O'Neill. He looks to attack, drive into the arc, but there's two loop bodies. Darrell O'Neill cuts on the right foot. He goes for it. It's coming in. An opening score for Dungiven. It's Darrell O'Neill. It's a great kick.
Yeah, nice score for Dara, and it was patient build up. Dahi Harry come along there, Dahi McCluskey to those that aren't from Dungiven, and Dahi just laid off a lovely ball, gave Dara a wee bit of space, and he moved on well to take the score. So first score to Dungiven.
Better sort out the Harry's in the road, all right. First kick out for the loop. They're set up pretty deep on the kick out. It's aimed at Dylan Rocks. The ball hangs in the air. Break is won by Dahi McCluskey. He wins the free. In fact, it's Paddy Higgins who's got his hands on that break. He wins the free, he gets up and takes the solo and go. Dungiven in possession. They're coming across again, held out to the midfield. It's worked wide here to Michael McVeigh on the left hand side. Darren McGilligan comes up, or Darrell O'Neill, comes up the line again and holds a pretty wide position, trying to stretch the loop. Peter Coleman is sitting right inside the D. His positioning is really good, and Dungiven are struggling for that reason to sort of get any penetration in the open minutes.
Yeah, Patter Peoples on the overlap there, and Patter's been forced to go right back to his half back there, back to Ryan McGilligan, who's trying to set up the attack then from deep. That looks like Kevin Barry Mullen coming carrying the ball, and Kevin Barry has a shot from outside the arc.
That is a 2-pointer.
Absolutely lovely score from outside the arc for the midfielder, and a 2-pointer for Kevin Barry Mullen.
Yeah.
Kevin Barry.
The loop probably stepped off that a wee bit too far. He stepped onto his right foot, and at that point, he probably didn't recognise the danger quickly enough. And Kevin Barry was able to settle himself and kick a really good score from 50 metres. That is Dungiven 3, The Loop nil after just over 3 minutes here. And Balahi the kick out again from Jamie McAlin. It hangs up in the air. Again, it's above Down Rocks. Again, it's been given hands.
Padraig Harn.
Padraig Harn, but it's broken away and tackled away from him.
Yeah.
Tory Cudden, has turned the ball over, and here go the Loop on their first attack, the first real touch of the ball. There is Corbett O'Keefe at 17 is in. There is Rocco Devlin at 21 is in for the Loop as well. There'll be 2 changes there to that starting team. We'll try and work out as we go who they're in for. Kyle Conway, son of the manager Darren. Ball back inside to Peter Coleman. And given setting up pretty deep with the breeze. The Loop will be happy enough to keep a wee spell of possession and just try and get their hands on a bit of ball here. They've done okay in the opening 4 minutes, but they're under pressure. They haven't had their hands on it.
No, and they're going to have to be patient kicking onto that one. I'm just looking there, Cormac O'Keefe, and at 17 for the Look, very lively on the ball and very sharp. I imagine he's going to give most defences a lot of bother. But yeah, the Look are being patient here. You can see Kyle Conway just holding ball around the middle of the field here, and they're doing exactly their mirroring what Dungiven did. They're trying to build slowly and look for space, and Dungiven have dropped back and sat very deep.
Yeah, it's interesting just whether it's on this attack or whether it's a permanent setup. Padraig Harn is at full back on Cody Rocks at the minute. Cody was the Derry minor captain this year. One of the 2 brothers, Dylan Rocks and Cody, won the All-Ireland minor with Derry in 2024. Actually combined for a goal in the All-Ireland final against Armagh that sealed the game that day. Dylan Rocks, by all reports, we weren't there, but an exceptional performance in the semi-final, which was a huge win for them, 223 to 214 over a strong Navi side. As Luke come on the attack again, he's turned over, they're giving her away on the break. There's space in front of them. It's kicked inside towards Paddy Higgins, and the ball hops away from him. It breaks in behind, and it's really well read by Tiernan Bradley, who picks up the loose ball, and the Loop survived that fast break.
Yeah, Paddy Higgins will be disappointed with that, because it was just it was nearly as though he already was trying to work out what he was going to do with it when he took possession, and he seemed to momentarily take his eyes off it and going through his hands and away from him. But it was well recovered there by the Loop, and they've worked the ball out well here. A nice kick pass across to Cody Rocks, and he's away on the attack again.
Yeah, and it was promising from them, given the fact that when they turned that ball over, the first instinct was to look up and kick. The space was there. They were 3-on-3 inside, and they really looked for it there, which was a sign that we probably haven't always seen in the new rules from a lot of teams when that opportunity is there. Conor Corey on the ball for the Loop. We're about 50 metres out there, attacking into, I don't know what that end's called, the end where the cars park sometimes, and the end where you get your windscreen broken. Is that end? The Loop about 50 metres from goal. They're keeping possession. Again, here. It's Dylan Rocks who's finished it. The ball in behind. Superb ball over the top from Tory Curtin, and Rocks rounded the goalkeeper, finishes the net. Given 3, the Loop a goal.
Yeah. The ball on over the top of the defender there, and absolutely sublime finish. Very, very good goal. You couldn't say that Thomas McCluskey would have much chance of making a save there, so couldn't fault that a play at all. And it's all to go here.
First kick out for the Given. Cody Rocks. We'll get it right yet. Cody Rocks takes the catch and wins the free.
Yeah.
The field took a bit of a bump. I'm not actually sure it is Cody Rocks. It's down. We'll see in a second who it is, but they look free.
Aye.
Down, and it was Cody Rocks who went down. In fact,
he caught the ball clean, and when he turned to go, Donald Colgan he stood himself up and stood square, and the 2 players just sort of ran into each other, but Donald had to retreat, and Gavin blew the freeze. So
sorry.
Go ahead, look on that tackle.
There was brilliant tackling from Kevin Barry Mullen there, and with a Given defence, he bottled Conor Corey up 1v1, turned the ball over, and the Given come on the attack again. Here's Michael McVeigh, distinctive shock of blonde hair outside to Donald Colgan, looking for Donald Colgan comes to the edge of the D and hooks it over the bar.
Yeah, nice point for Donald there. They worked that well, and look, match teams, Care. There's nothing between these two teams, and you imagine that it'll be toe-to-toe the whole way to the end of it because they've all their matchups, they've all their homework done, and there's not an inch of space on the park that isn't being marked.
Yeah, and it's very clear the impact of the kick-out rule in terms of neither team is really looking to go short here. This is going to be a midfield battle the whole day. Every kick-out so far has gone long, pretty much right down the middle. There's another from Jamie McAlin, and it's hands up, and it's a loop ball, and it is Kane Conway who gets under the break, and the loop have the ball on the halfway line. Kick pass down the lane from Peter Coleman. It's cut out brilliantly by Darrell O'Neill.
Yep.
Gets hands in, and he pops it up the lane, and Paddy Higgins pops it back to O'Neill again, driving it. The man, he looks to pop it in behind. Kieran Bradley gets hands round it. Sean O'Keefe gets onto the ball. He comes inside the arc, pops it back out. The shot's on for Padraig Harn. It's another 2-pointer.
Yep.
For the given.
Lovely 2-pointer from Padraig Harn off his left there. But again, Sean O'Keefe just lively on this wing. Darragh Neilham hooking up very well there. They're not the biggest players on the field, but they're lively on the ball and they're very compact. Darragh needs a lovely compact style of play. He can get a handy toe on and a pass away, and his defender's on his toes, but he just can't get a hand on him. So a well-worked score there. I don't know, I hope you're keeping a note of the scores here because I'm not.
Yeah, it really says, well, that was your other job apart from starting the time, was to keep the scores. If you haven't guessed, me and Mary Kay haven't done this before. They're given our leading by 6 points to a goal to just under 10 minutes into the first half of the Derry Minor final. The kick out goes long again, and it's been given hands up, and we've been given bodies on the break, and it's Kevin Barrymore spreads the ball wide again to Michael McVeigh. He's got Shannon Kane outside him, he turns back in, back to Barrymore, and Kevin Barrymore. He is attacking the right hand side of the lip defence. It's well set up, but they haven't probably got enough. And there's another 2-point attempt, and that's coming in, and that is coming over the bar as well. And is that Donald Colgan? It is.
Yeah, a 2 for Donald.
Donald Colgan, that's his third point, was his second score for 3 points. And that puts the given into an 8 points to a goal lead after just over 10 minutes. And the balance of it has just swung so quickly there from 3-all to 8-3.
Yeah, and they look really, they have their goal, but they haven't been able to get a point on the board yet, and they'll be looking to do that just to settle the nerves. There are still people coming onto the ground. A couple of people have texted to say that the traffic coming onto Blahy is unreal for a minor final. The far side of the terrace is almost full here, and the Loop are away on the attack again. They're in the hunt for this point, the first point of the game, and Tomas Devlin takes a nice handy toe there, but he's put under pressure. But
and in fairness to Shannon Lagan, and Shannon Lagan has made it very hard for that ball. The second is kicked inside again.
To Ashton.
1v1 inside. Ashton O'Keefe, he pops it off
to Patter Peoples.
And it's Sean O'Keefe looking for a wee bit of space. Kieran Bradley has been right in his face from the start of the game. Darren with a lovely switch. It's out to the side to Dahi McCluskey on the right hand side. He's got a man in behind. He pops it in behind. Emmett McKeever recycles it, and it's Ashton O'Keefe, and it's off the shoulder, just over the bar from Patter Peoples, coming off the shoulder. Great effort, just over the crossbar to give a lead by 9 points to 1-3.
Yeah, they had numbers.
Sorry, 9 points to goal. Sorry.
they had numbers there on the attack, and they had plenty of options. They were able to spread the play wide. They had Dahi Harry there and support on one side, and that man O'Neill again coming through. Just causing all kinds of problems at the minute there for the Loop. But I have to say now, Senan Lagan is it that has picked up Paddy Higgins, and he's doing a real job on him because the last 3 balls that have gone down to Paddy, Senan has beat him to him, so he has the measure of him anyway. And Paddy Higgins quite possibly been given top scorer in the campaign, as we see Emmett McKeever coming up again from deep and getting involved in the play, using Dahi Harry, who plays a nice short hand pass across to Padraig Harn on the attack.
Yeah, been given just outside the arc again. And there's Darragh O'Neill looking for it again. That one's tailing off the right hand side. That's their first miss at a 2-point attempt. They're in a good position, and on that front again, the loop kick out was under real pressure. They're putting a big press on. In fact, at times like they are the 12 from the 11 right inside the Loop half on the kick out, squeezing right up. Here comes another one. It's going long again. It's hanging up above Dylan Rocks again. Great fetch from down. Well, I say great fetch. I think Gavin Dixon talked great fetch as well. He blew the whistle. The ball actually came down at Dylan Rock's hands into an given hand.
Yeah.
And in fairness, Gavin has rectified his mistake there. He's hopped the ball Dungiven have won the hot ball. Kevin Barrymullen getting to the break underneath Patrick Harron, who got hands to it above Dylan Rocks again on the kick out. Here comes Emmett McKeever up the right hand side to Patrick Peoples again, just inside the arc. Lovely strike the ball, but wide again on the right hand side for Dungiven. They are dominating possession, they're dominating territory. 9-3 on the scoreboard is a certain level of domination, but given that it is a pretty strong breeze here, it is significant, and the Limp will have that in the second half.
Oh, completely. The rules as they are, you wouldn't be reading too much into a strong lead. And I know it's 9 scores to a score, but then given her on the attack here again, Paddy Higgins just cannot get it. That's a fine tackle. That's a fine tackle by the Loop by Kyle Conway on Paddy Higgins and dispossessed him. But look, I wouldn't read too much into that scoreline given how strong the Wind is. Dungiven are doing all that they can do. They're going to take advantage of the Wind and see how it fares out in the second half. But the Loop will not be panicking. They're getting plenty of balls through their hands. They just haven't managed to get the scores yet. But with that Wind, I wouldn't rule them out in the second half.
Yeah, big squeeze came on from Dungiven again there, and Cody Rocks going very, very deep to buy the Loop out of trouble. Here comes Peter Coleman. He pops the ball inside to Kyle Conway again. He's having a bit of influence early on here. Daniel Keane pops it to Coleman again. The ball's moved wide. Cody Rocks again coming out round to Connor Corey, moving the ball back to Peter Coleman. They're looking for a way through the Dungiven defence. Coleman pops it off to Luke O'Neill, grandson of Colm Rocks, who was the man behind the first Loop charge at this age group when he led the 93 minors to the county title. Here comes Tory Cudden down the right hand side. He pops the ball back out again. Dungiven putting a lot of pressure on the ball. They're not standoffish in defence. They're really, really squeezed up on it. And there's the ball across the face of the goal by Rocco Devlin, away by Padraig O'Keefe under pressure, and Dungiven come back out with the ball, still maintaining their 9 points to a goal lead right in the middle of the first half. The slower attack this time up the right hand side.
Dahi
McCluskey driving at the Loop defence, driving right through the Loop defence, through tackle, pops it in, and the hand comes in to break the ball away. No foul. Ashton O'Kane picks it up and he's turned over, and the Loop have the ball back, and it's Peter Coleman with the hand in twice there in defence. He's really, really, really good positional sense.
There's a fullback standing on the far side here, Washington Given, and he will be as pleased with that tackle as he would with any 2 point score, because that is just the most perfect example of how to tackle. Stand the fullback, do not give away the foul, play the ball and turn the team over, and Peter Coleman did that beautifully.
Darragh O'Neill going and protecting the Given full back line as they attacked with the Breeds. Cut off the kick pass there, and under pressure they're looking to put the ball out over the sideline. It is a Given line ball just inside their own half of the field. They look with a load of bodies back. Given pretty deep here as well, so this is going to be a pretty slow attack from the men in black and white. The North Derry outfit coming down the mountain. And there's another attempt at a 2-pointer, and he's got that.
Wow.
That's a great kick from Kevin Barrymullen from all of 53 metres, well outside the 45. And that is some kick, and he knew the moment he kicked it. I knew by his reaction and he watched the ball. It was straight over the post. 11 points to a goal for Given.
Yeah, and look, it's not it's not that there's that big a difference between these two teams. It's just that clearly Dungiven are being allowed to play away a wee bit of freedom there and get those 2-point shots away with that Wind. And they really are capitalising on it. You can see how the kick out's just hanging in the air there.
That's Peter Coleman again.
Peter Coleman picked up the kick out there, but one is free, and Cody Rocks is desperately looking for options to get
coming very, very deep. Cody Rocks, as the half has worn on and the pressure has intensified around the middle of the field, and Given squeeze has come on. Cody Rocks has come deeper and deeper to try and get his hands on the ball and try and influence the game for the Loop. But that's almost a turnover by Michael McPhee. Gavin Dixon gives the free to the Loop just inside the Dungiven half. Here's Coleman again on the ball looking forward. There's no kick pass on Dungiven of that cut off. The Loop trying to keep a bit of a shape wide. They've pushed 3 inside. We're just about to push a 4th inside to try and create a small pocket of space. Here's Peter Coleman coming. He's got Michael Duffy. He's got Conor McGinn. Tory Cudden going for the outside of the boot for the 2-pointer. What a kick!
One.
It's one. It's just inside. It must have been just inside the arc. Looked like a 2 as he shot. But Tory Cudden with the Loop first point of the game, that puts them on 1-1. Been given on 11 points. We're 18 minutes into the first half. It's probably felt like a long 18 minutes for the Loop.
I'm sure it has. Look, they'll be glad to get that point on the board. There's no question, and they worked it very well. And the kick out has gone to the Loop here again. Corey Connor. Corey Connor,
Cody Rocks, Corey Rocks.
Aye, lovely. Law, and I would have, yeah. And
Nixon says play on.
Yeah.
It was.
You would have.
Kate Coleman.
You'd have been looking for the freak there.
That was Peter Coleman. Back on the ball, cutting inside, taking on Michael McVeigh. Yeah. Popped off. And that is
short.
Other boys dropped short. And Dylan Rocks under it. And the Loop won the penalty.
Yep.
Honest reaction as he slipped. I didn't think at first view it was a penalty.
I don't know. I've seen them given now. He certainly he just didn't manage to hold possession. But was he pushed as he was falling? I don't know.
Possibly as he went for the second ball. That's
it's
swinging away. It looked like a nice kick initially, but it's held up in the breeze. It's broke back out to Tomas Devlin on the left foot. And it's gone way off the right hand post, and a couple of Loop hands goes to heads.
Yeah.
That was a big moment in the game. It was Dylan Rocks on the high ball again. I thought he slipped in the first instance. He went to gather the ball. I think the complaint was maybe about the second instance. They were looking for a penalty there.
Yeah, and I mean it's difficult from where the upper end of.
Difficult when you're given half.
No. I'd call it a facade. Every referee in Derry would tell you if I'd have seen it, I'd have brilliant. But no, Patter Pickles on the attack here.
Lovely ball inside. It's
lovely
in
ball.
towards Shannon Keane taking on Tiernan Brad. That's a great battle between Shannon Keane and Tiernan Brad.
Yes,
the first time Shannon's got the better of it. He has kicked the ball over the bar on his left foot. 20 minutes into the first half of the Derry minor final, it has been given 12 points. The Loop a goal and one.
Yeah, Shannon, nice score off his left there. But back to the penalty shout, Keher. I wouldn't have been shocked if it had been given, to be fair, although we are a wee bit far away from it, and there was a huge shout from the Loop
crowd.
A
big shout from the Loop crowd now, in fairness. It's kicked out again by Jamie McAlin, and there's a Loop hand under the break this time. Oh, it's given free.
Yeah, Padraig Harn.
Yeah, Padraig Harn ripped the
ball down,
by Peter Coleman's hands, and the Loop have possession just on the halfway line again. There's Cody Rocks again trying to influence Cormac O'Kane inside to Dylan Rocks. Here's Coleman again. He has some possessions of the ball already. Peter Coleman is outstanding first 20 minutes there.
He's very assured and he's a cool head. He's dictating everything there from deep, and I suppose they're just trying to ride this half out to get into the changing rooms and they'll have to come up with a plan for how they're going to play into the wind.
Yeah, Rocco Devlin in possession out here on the right hand side for the Loop, and moved on to Luke O'Neill. He's got bodies down that side. They're coming back round with possession at side. Loop playing very much against the elements in the first half. It's a pretty nice evening aside from the breeze, which has impacted the game pretty significantly. It's Dylan Rocks on the ball again for the Loop as they just take the sting out of it for a minute. They happy to keep possession and keep it often given for a minute.
Yep.
Tory Cudden driving at the line, pretty impressed with his first 20 minutes as well. He's had a bit of ball. There's a good tackle from Emmet Oak. McKeever.
Yep. Tory Cudden's played very well there in the first half. He's a big, strong boy, so he is, and he's able to use his strength well in there, but also full of football. So the Loop are just being patient here. They're just holding football. Conor Corey again on the ball, trying to work it into a scoring position, and then giving a job very deep. And they're just protecting the arc and forcing the Loop to reset. And here comes the tackle from Kevin Barrymore, but
Devlin is looking and he's got inside.
Yeah.
He gets his free.
He did. He broke it well. He ran at them and he broke the tackle well there and deserved his free.
That wee bit of an injection of pace, slow, and then when Rocco Devlin come on to the ball, he just burst and he drew the tackle. He drew the foul just 2-3 meters outside the small D, dead centre. It's being set on the ground. It is Kyle Conway.
Yeah. Going to kick
Darren Conway could have kicked off the ground.
He could.
As Kyle picked up that gene. Right on the he steps up. He has picked up that gene. That's
a lovely score.
Really kick and right up. Just caught the wind and rolls up the ball catcher.
Yeah, and not easy kicking onto that one.
No, difficult kick into that one. Straight on. Been getting the kick out away pretty sharp. Michael McVeigh out on the left hand side just on the edge of the arc. Good kick out. back to that, but
Yep.
the indefinite advantage rule is the one I'd have an issue with. Here's Aston O'Kane moved round to Dahi McCluskey again, and given just taking a sting out of it themselves for a wee second. The look well set up, and the given having to go back around and switch to Patter Peoples coming at the edge of the arc, driving. He has no real support, has to go back. It's Paddy Higgins. It's Fish. It's has he got that? He has. Is that Sean Keane on his right foot?
It's a
No,
one
it's Donna
pointer.
Colgan again.
It's Donna Colgan with a.
It is. It's
with
Donna Colgan with a fourth
a nice point from
for the
failure.
day.
They have to be patient there. And Don has popped up from deep again, and when the inside forwards are getting no measure out of that full back line in the loop, the half backs are coming up and
They're not scared to have a pop.
No,
they've kicked some deadly scores against, well, not against the breeze, but players that you might think that are popping from 40 metres.
Yeah, that's probably
Donald Colgan's 3 scores, 4 points, have all been excellent. Chance for them given here.
Yeah.
Ball's broken inside. Michael McVeigh gets a pop. Potter Peoples! Keeper gets a foot. Jamie McLean just stood up at the near post, gets a foot. Gavin Dixon, good spot. Mary Kay. Gavin Dixon had an advantage going, so will be a free in.
I don't know.
Oh, sorry, you're right. No, sorry.
He's given the 45.
What were you pointing at then?
No, he did. He did.
Hang on, tap the window there. Tap that window there, just in case.
I knew he'd fall out before half time.
It's a 45,
Yeah.
so we're going to give the goalkeeper credit. You were trying to take credit off the goalkeeper, as usual.
No.
Jamie McLean stood up pretty well at the near post and got his boot to the poked effort from Patter Peoples. It is a 45, just slightly to the right of centre. Is that Darry McCluskey?
Kevin Barrymore.
It's Kevin Barrymore, sorry. It's just about side on. Stepping up, right footed. It's wide, is it? No, it's kept in, stayed in.
Point.
Kevin Barrymore with the 45 extends Dungiven's lead. We're inside the last 5 minutes of the first half where there's been no stoppage. I wouldn't expect much of any stoppage time. Dungiven lead by 14 points to the Luke's goal and 2 as Jamie McLean sets the ball on the tee, looks out at a hail of bodies in the middle of the field, dumps it in there. There's nothing else really they can do. Comes down and Kyle Conley gets under the ball and gets us free for the lip. Good breaking ball work there from Kyle Conley. Let's move forward again. Rocco Devlin looking to attack the line again. He's got an advantage again, and there's a foul by Donald Colgan. Gavin Dixon calling, giving defender back for that foul.
Yeah.
Small bit on the aggressive side, but nothing significant.
No, I would say it's the first tackle of the game.
He is going to get a yellow card by the looks of it from Gavin Dixon.
He hasn't shown any card yet, but he's certainly talking to him.
Yeah.
And there was a big shout there for the foul. So,
yeah, there's a yellow card for Donald Colgan, first yellow card of the game, the first. I wouldn't even call it an incident, the first anything of the game physically. It's been a pretty open game of football.
It has.
Kicked inside.
Well taken.
Just inside the darkest match there, and he pops it off the shoulder, and Kyle Conley just went for the outside of it and didn't connect. His ball almost wide of the left-hand post of Thomas McCluskey. Here's the ball back on the tee pretty quickly. 3.5 minutes of Dungiven's breeze left. They want to capitalise as much as they can.
Yeah, 14 points to 1-2 with 3.5 minutes to go. And lovely long kick out, just hanging Ashton O'Kane sweeping across.
Read the break really well.
He just played it to Darcy, but he was fouled as he went to gather possession. And Darcy sitting here having a wee stretch. The hamstrings, no surprise, for he's covered every blade of grass, but we see Kevin Barrymore.
And it's a kickable free, yeah. It's just, he was actually giving him a couple of yards inside. I thought it was just on the 45, but Peter Coleman with the foul.
Yeah.
And it's just about, it's 43 metres as we look at it, but the angle in the account, it's a bit more than that.
Yeah.
It's to the left-hand side. Kevin Barrymore sets the ball on the ground, takes a good 6-7 steps back, breathes out, steps forward, the gloves hanging out the back of the shorts, right-footed, she caught it, and it has gone over the bar for a 2-pointer for Kevin Barrymore.
That's impressive.
Just stayed inside the near post, a brilliant kick, Given have been excellent as they make that 5 or 6 2-pointers.
Oh, don't pass me.
And this, you didn't keep the scores. Your second job, you had to keep the time, and the big scoreboard is doing that for you, and you had to keep the 2-pointers, and you didn't do that.
Well,
the given 16, the look 1, the look 1-2, the kick out has gone long down the middle again. Dundalk's the target again.
And Dahi Harry picks up the break ball.
Rusty gets hands on this ball and it's out here to Darrell O'Neill on the left hand side. Kick down the line, but that ball's going to be intercepted.
Ball, yeah.
Well, the intercepted is Kyle Coleman again. Or Kyle Conway, sorry. Kyle Conway, but given away. The ball was over the head of Cody Rock's Michael McVeigh. He has given him that's a loop lane ball. Given away, and Cody Rocks looks down the line for a runner. If there's space, there's a runner down the line. Didn't look up.
Yeah, the look are harrying. You know, full credit to them. They're harrying every ball. There's nothing being given away.
Out over the sideline as they've been given lane ball now.
Stan O'Keefe celebrated that lane ball as if he had scored a point. That's
great pressure. Great pressure on the kick pass. The first kick pass wasn't spotted, and then the second one was under pressure, and Dungiven were able to squeeze it and win the lane ball for themselves. And now it's Dahi McCluskey coming across the halfway line and given attacking. I think there's exactly 60 seconds left on the clock. As I say, I don't anticipate much stoppage time. Emmett McKeever driving at the arc, coming across the line. Michael McVeigh into bodies. He's going to do well. He's lost it. Kieran Bradley, there was a lot of lip bodies there. When the game was turned over again by the given Emmett McKeever and Shannon Kane between the two of them.
Yeah.
On the ball. And Darrell O'Neill now coming hard round the edge of the arc. It is Shannon Lagan trying to put pressure on. It popped outside to Ashton O'Kane. He goes with the right foot. And he's got it.
Yep, nice score for Ashton there off his right.
Ashton O'Kane kicks what is the 17th on the scoreboard. 17th point for the given in the first half. And all of a sudden, 17 points to 1-2 is really significant. That is now a big lead. 17 points and a half is a big tally.
Yeah, and the spread of scorers, Cahir, you know, they're not overly reliant on any one player. That, you know, the scores come from a good number of positions. And when you look at, I mean, that score started on the opposite side of the field with Emmett McKeever and Shannon Kane and ended up on the far side by Ashton.
Great catch again there from Tory Cullen, and the free and it is one thing again. Tory Cullen made a great mark and then he was fouled and the advantage is gone on the mark. It used to be the 50-metre penalty. That was too severe. But they probably have reversed it a wee bit too much the other way now. And
yeah, and
there's no advantage. There's an advantage now to foul on the kick-out mark, and that's what teams are starting to do. So, but there's going to be a parking ticket, as Bernie Mullen would say,
for Ashton O'Kane. Gavin didn't like that foul. Yeah,
Gavin didn't like the foul. We're into the stoppage time, and again, Dylan Rocks through the middle. There's a goal chance here for the lip. Dylan Rocks straight at the goalkeeper. Yeah. Good hands from Thomas McCluskey down at his feet and gets the kick. It's half blocked. Darrell O'Neill picks it up. That was a big moment in the game. That was a big chance. Dylan Rocks hit it low. He hit it hard, but he hit it straight at the goalkeeper. And Thomas McCluskey did really well to get his hands down. Nice and secure beneath it. Michael McVeigh now on the halfway, and that is half time. That is the half time whistle. Dungiven lead the Loop by 17 points to a goal and two. Dungiven have played with the aid of a fairly significant win, but that is a fairly significant lead.
Yeah, it is, and you know, that was a big moment there at the end of the half. Thomas McCluskey did well. He did well to get the save away there, because that would have been a huge lift for the Loop getting on at half time. But Dungiven have done what they were hoping to do in the first half. All they could do really was make the most out of the win, and then we'll see what the Loop come with in the second half. But that's a comfortable lead for them getting on at half time. 2 yellow cards. I'm sure we'll see changes in the second half.
You had 3 jobs. You had to start time, you had to keep a list of scores, and you had to watch for the green lights in your microphone. Your green lights are gone. I don't know how long you've been dead for.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. NKB. The Loop go off into the changing room. This end at the scoreboard end where the breeze is blowing as the young Cubs come onto the pitch. Darren Conway, Gary Gallagher, Paul O'Neill, Sean Wilson, Michael McVeigh, the Loop management team march straight towards the changing room. No big meeting outside the doors for them. Been given it's a gentler walk off for the Dungiven management team at the end of a first half that they'll be pretty pleased with. 17 points, as you say, the spread of scores and the spread of 2-pointers for Dungiven. Paul Neeson, Gibbon McGuigan, Brian McKeever, Paul Harron, all the lads, they'll be delighted with that performance and reflected then by 17 points.
Blackeye, look, they'll be happy enough with the performance, but they won't be taking anything for granted. These boys lost a minor final last year to Marfell, and they didn't like it, and they'll be looking to nail this one today and try and get a one under their belt. The Look are dangerous on the attack, and if they can get running at you, they definitely are causing threats. So Colin, we're having a good word with the full back line on there, and they know what they're going to face here in the second half. They know what they have to expect. All we need to do now is try and get the charging stations going for the second half.
Yeah, some people asking, is it working? But it appears to be. We didn't really look much at the comments until there now, so we presume it has been working through the first half. Otherwise, Mary came in and you've been standing here talking to yourselves for half an hour, which is quite possible. But it is been given 17. We look 1-2 at the interval. There is currently a full-on scrum on the 13-metre line between wee Luke Waynes. Should be 7 of them. Kicking lumps out of other. It's great to see. Half-time entertainment, proper half-time entertainment, big crowd out here.
I'm frantically texting people that I know weren't here to see can they hear us.
Yeah, well, look, there appear to be a few people that are still online and listening. Can somebody let us know if it's working or not? Because we don't. But as it stands, we're live from Balahi. We have a 10-minute half-time break. Mary Kay said she was buying the tea. See, I've got the one working mic now because we have to charge the other for 10 minutes. I've got the one working mic, and I can say pretty much anything I want at this point.
You can.
But no, look, it's been a pretty decent game. It's been a pretty good. The Look in patches have done pretty well. The pressure that's been exerted on their kick out will come on the given kick out in the second half. Everything now reverses. The given kick out is going to come on that same pressure. The Lip are going to squeeze into the given half. They're going to have the 2-point opportunities. They have 2-point kickers of their own. Like, I know 17 to 1-2 sounds dead. We'll know in about 10 minutes time. We'll know 7, 8 minutes into the second half if they've started to make a bit of inroads. Because it's a big lead. It is a big lead. But it's not dead.
No, it's not dead. And I mean, you don't have to talk to too many Dungiven people to know what can happen in a game when they won, given our performance against Glen 2 weeks ago. So there'll be nobody taking anything for granted. I'm just watching tell you one thing. If some of the tackles that are going on here at halftime were going on the field, there'd be more than 2 yellow cards shown. The crack's good out here in the halftime show. And there's children from the Look, children from Blahay, children from Dungiven, neutral clubs. To see a few Banagher tops there. And they're all just taking lumps out of each other, playing their own wee mini games. Funny, just looking in credit to Blahay, the pitch is in great condition here. There's a huge crowd. And I was thinking as we drove on there today about Brady Brown and the Brown family, and it must give them such heart. I know we were here in the summer when we had the walk for justice for Sean Brown, and for Brady and the rest of the family to hear the noise coming from the ground. And I know Brady will hear it from the house and see the cars going in past and know that this competition has such respect and such regard in Derry and such importance. Must be some small consolation to the Brown family and particularly Brady.
Absolutely, and look, everybody would echo that. I'm really sorry but you were saying that, and I Brady's grandson was physically eating grass off the pitch in front of me. So I'm sorry, it did make me laugh. But that's Owen's son. He's a handy wee lefty. So he is down along with the other 150 kids. But yeah, look, on a serious note, like, I've got to know a lot of the Brown family here since living in Balahi 10 years now, so I've got to know the Brown people really well, and they're great people, and they did not deserve what happened to them. What they deserve is justice and a wee bit of peace for Brady at this stage. So hopefully in not too long a time that will come. We are. So the crowd is resting. We've kind of just decided to stay on here for half time rather than break the stream.
May have to buy tea.
That's you did say that quietly off mic there. You said I have no money with me again. That God, she pulled the wee tenner out of her pocket there. Like, did Eamon give you that day?
I spent money for the week.
Maria didn't give me any. The there, look at some. I mean, have a go there, matey. Look, we've nothing else to do for 6 or 7 minutes. Go and count that crowd there.
But I'm just looking at Andy Burkhardt here in his brick red boots. And,
That's Mary Kay's
that's
grandson.
my grandson, so at least he's not eating grass. But no, what do we do to fill the time here? Kier? I will say the other two minor championship games were played on Monday night with Banagher winning their title.
He did against Therese, wasn't it?
Who won the other one? Was it Fort Down? The other one went in last area as well. I'm going to have to have a wee look now because I brought that up in conversation.
You talk for a minute there while I bluff that we know this.
But you know, it's great to see so many fellas still playing football at 18 in a world where it's very easy for fellas to drop off at under 16, and some days you despair for what's out there and what's for them.
Kevin Duffy, Sly Neal, beat Castle Dawson by a point.
I know, I can't hear that.
That's last Sunday. And then Banner.
Monday night, the minor finals were Monday night.
Banner beat Glen by a point.
Yeah, and then there was another final.
There's no mention of the other thing.
Yeah, no, there was.
It's not on the website. If it's not on the website, it didn't happen.
We'll have to have a word. But you know, it's just great that Derry were able to run so many competitions at that level. This is a sight to behold. I mean, you look at Parky Keeve and you look at all these great grounds, and the children not allowed on the pitch at half time.
Tell them we're going to tweet it.
And just Kehrer decided now he wants to be a photographer when he grows up. He's going to take a photograph of the halftime show here and put it on his feed. And I'm reassured to see that we're getting a lot of messages on your Twitter feed, Kehrer, to say this is working. Michael Murphy there. I've been given man living in Manchester telling us that he's hearing it loud and proud, and I know that there's a lot of people from all parts and ends of the country saying there.
Sorry, our first technical glitch, but we are back. I do believe we're back.
You have a wee bit of sympathy for the streaming service at Owen Bay last weekend, then.
Absolutely. I'm generally a sympathetic person.
Right. Unless you're at your work. But no, what I was for saying, you know, we're getting comments there to say that the stream's working, and Michael Murphy in Manchester has sent a wee message to say he's listening and it's coming through loud and clear. And that's the one thing I was saying. Credit to Alan Gunn, particularly. Alan's not here today, but Alan has been doing absolutely outstanding work this couple of years, bringing these streams into the homes of people who can't go to matches, people that are either infirmed or at home or away from home or just not able to get to the games anymore. And it means the world to them to have that connection with their club, with their players, with their grandchildren and their children and their nephews and nieces. And I know it's important. So full credit to Alan and the team that he has brought around it there for bringing that service. And it was one of the things that motivated us today, Kehrer, because I mean, Alan couldn't be here, and you know how important it is. You know, you and I both know people listening at home who would love to be here, who have grandchildren playing here and can't come to watch, and it's just so important to be able to bring the match to them.
That's what it is. Like the streaming service is, it's for those people effectively that they're so invaluable. Like, you know, there's days I'm lazy, say
every day.
There's days I'm lazy and say, you know what, rather than go to that match, I'll maybe look after my children for an hour here.
Lazy.
Give Maria a break, and I'll watch it in stream instead while I'm looking after the children. but for people who aren't able to be here and physically unable or are out of the country or not living here anymore, so you know, for those people that you're laughing, you've got a message.
It is it one of the most Irish things you've ever heard? I text my good friend Anne Marie, who hasn't missed it, been given minor match all year. She's a relation of Dahi McCluskey's, and I have full permission to call him Dahi Harry. And I know Anne Marie isn't here, so I sent her a message. Can you hear us? And she wrote back, I'm still in chapel. She's at 6 o'clock mass. She's in the choir. And she can't even listen to her stream and singing at the same time. I don't know why. I mean, she's 2 years, one for singing and one for listening. She could be listening right now. But yeah, Anne Marie, good luck to you. And I hope this is in there at 6 o'clock mass.
if you've ever been in the gym in Balahi, the Waynes have infiltrated the gym downstairs or the sports hall. They've infiltrated the sports hall, and there could be a bit of non-Russian interference in the second half. From they've got a football. Somebody has let them know the door, and somebody come and help. I don't know if you can hear that. We can hear it, but what we hope you can hear is soon the second half of the Derry Minor GAA Champions. See the way I just went straight back into that?
Whose idea was it for us to just keep talking?
Well, you didn't buy tea.
Gavin's back out.
Who are you on? Gavin's Gavin's back out. Gavin Dixon and his two linesmen. I think it's Mark McGee and his one, is it? And that be Gavin Walker is the other, I'm not sure. But the referee and his two linesmen are back in the middle of the pitch having conflab. They're giving subs, they're kicking about, the loop subs are kicking about. There's still about 50 odd wins on the pitch at the scoreboard end, having a great time for themselves as the umpires, Mal O'Neill, Kevin Toner, two Balahi men at this end. Not really sure. Is that Tom Keane at the other end? Not really sure who the umpires are at the other end from here, but they take their positions up again. There looks to be a loop change. Charlie Gallagher has handed a slip of paper over to the fourth official for the second half. So we'll update you on that change as and when we can. But neither team is out yet for the second half, and I don't have a direct line to the fourth official. So unless these binoculars are super powered and I could see the slip, I don't think we're going to know that sub for a wee second. But yeah, look, just to recap, as the look do re-emerge for the second half, and there is Michael Doherty is on in attack as he gets a high five from Tomas Devlin. That is one change for the loop that we can see at the minute. Nothing else obvious at this stage. They're first out. It is just to recap. Been given 17 points. The loop, 1 goal and 2 points at half time. Been given more favourites coming in, but that is them having played with a fairly stiff breeze. It's had a fairly significant impact on the game in Balahi in front of a pretty massive crowd. Great Key's trying to steal my scoring notes.
I can't nor tell them.
I'm often told I have doctor's handwriting. And in fairness, because you didn't start taking the scores, I kind of just picked up. I see. Talk to you there for a wee second, Ricky.
I've tried, folks, to read back over Claire's notes here to see who was on what scores at half time. Yeah, unless I have learned a different language to you, I can't read your writing.
I know the 7 languages, Ricky. Drum, Lower Drum,
Upper Drum,
North Derry.
Dungannon Parish.
I suppose I know Balahi now at this stage. Yeah.
A wee bit.
A bit of all, a bit of everything.
A wee bit of everything.
A wee bit of everything. The lip are out and in danger of getting cold now at this stage. Has been given, make them wait for a wee minute. Gavin Dixon looks up towards us in the box. Great finish off the underside of the bar there by substitute Michael Doherty. Just before the second half starts.
They're going on here to try and get the Dungiven men out of the training room.
Given
But
shifted here. Dungiven with 3 All-Ireland minor medalists.
Sounds like there's a ground offensive going on in the gym behind us here, so we could have bother here in the second half.
There is, but we're professionals, Mickey. We'll rise above it.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, some of us are professionals. Yeah, the second half probably should be on their way at this stage, but the Given are still inside, hugging the radiators, making the loop wait for a few minutes, and we're lining out. I'm just going to try and get a bit of a shape. If you want to talk there for a wee second, Mary Kay, I'm going to get a bit of shape on the attack here.
Yeah, I see Brian McKeever getting spoiled here by the linesman looking for the Dungiven team out, and he's coming with a few sheets of paper in his hand, so they must be due to come out of the changing rooms. I see Brian Doyle here, 2009 look veteran. standing down watching the game with great interest. And it really is hard to believe that it's 30 years since the group have played in a minor A final. And, you know, the club would have a really good success over the last 20 years. And, you know, I'm thinking about the people that have gone. Sorry, you have a change here?
Just there is a significant change there. Mikey Harkin is on
Okay.
for Dungiven. It looks like, anyway, he's like a man is heading
Yeah.
for the corner. Yeah, he's heading in towards Kyle Conway. For this.
Yeah, I don't see Ashton O'Kane out. Is that a change? Maybe at half time that Ashton has come off. He's only got a card there.
Yeah, Patter Peoples is inside.
Yeah.
You have Paddy Higgins inside, and you have now Shanna Keane inside, and you do have Mikey Harkin at wing half forward. Yes, and Dylan Conway.
Yep.
You have
Patrick Harn in the middle of the field there now. So I would say Mikey Harkin's on for Ashton, but it looks a bit.
Dahi McCluskey lining up at centre half back. Padraig Harn in for the throw, and we are about ready to start the second half of the Derry Minor A Championship final. The war is ongoing in the gym beneath us in Bly. Padraig Harn gets his first hands to the ball, and Cody Rocks wins the break, and that's a good start for the Loop because he was 3 against 1 underneath that breaking ball. The Dungiven line had broken pretty quickly. The Loop have the first possession of the half as Shanna Keane comes out to put pressure on Cody Rocks. He drives at the Loop or the Dungiven defence outside to Connor Corey, pops it in again for Cody Rocks, and there's Mikey Harkin's first touch, an interception, and he wins a free out, and that is a day for Dungiven defensively.
Aye, Mikey's such a busy wee player, and he's very active. He track up and down the pitch all day, and he worked very hard there to turn that ball over. And and a wayward pass, but just a bit of a rash by Cormac O'Kane there on Donald Cogan.
So on goal from Padraig Harn, and he drives at Rocco Devlin. He's looking for Donald Colgan off the shoulder again. Sorry, it's Mikey Harkin off the shoulder again. And here's Paddy Higgins, and that is tail on the way to let. Stayed in play, and there's a goal chance for Dungiven. It's hit the inside of the post and across the face of the goal. I think it was Shanna Keane.
Yeah, Patter Peoples is chasing it down.
And it's gone wide on the far. Is it free out? In fact, on the far post, it hit the inside of the post from Shanna Keane and came across the line. And just like Cody Rox's goal chance just before half time, which we didn't really talk about as it happened, that's a potentially big moment in the decision of where the Sean Brown Cup will go as Rocco Devlin drives at the line again. He's going to get it free. He does get it free. It is Ryan McGilligan stretches his arms out in frustration. I don't think, in fairness, the foul was his. I think the foul had happened before that. It's going to be just on the edge of the small D. It's Kyle Conway kicks the ball. He kicked one beautifully off the ground in the first half. He's going to kick this one from the hands. He's pretty much dead centre. We're 2 minutes in to the second half, and that has gone over the bar. From Kyle Conway and Mary Kay, if the Loop are going to draw this back, every one of those has to go over.
Yeah, and well, look, based on Kyle's kicking performances in the first half, you'd be assured of him kicking them onto the one, or what's the one? But that's the kick out there, well cleaned again by Dylan Rocks for the Loop, and he takes it.
And a foul right on the edge of the arc, outside the arc. Gavin Dixon is pointing. He was just about to unleash and attempted a 2-pointer. Dylan Rocks, there we see the Dungiven kick out held up. The big Loop squeeze came on the Dungiven kick out. The ball held up in the air. Dylan Rocks attacked a great fetch, drove at the line, fouled as he went to shoot. Dead centre, right on the edge of the arc. Kyle Conway sets the ball, this time on the ground. Kevin Barry Mullen kicked a few of these in the first half. Are outstanding efforts. We're 3 minutes into the second half. If this goes over, it's a big lift for the Loop.
Mikey Harkin is just too rash there. He came on and threw from behind and right in front of Gavin. I mean, he left no option but to give the free. But Kyle Conway's teeing this one up off the ground. He strikes it cleanly, right over the black spot, and that was a lovely 2-pointer for the Loop. Which will give him real confidence.
17 to 1-5.
To 1-5.
It is as Thomas McCluskey sets the ball up on tee again to give him a couple of short runs, but that's high risk stuff. And he's played it as a lovely kick out. He actually, Tomas Devlin was squeezing right inside the arc and he was making it hard for him. And he went for it and he found Michael McVeigh. That was high risk stuff. Really, really good kick out from Thomas McCluskey as now Mikey Harkin crosses the halfway line and driving at pace down rocks. Stands him up the 1-2. Mikey Harkin outside again. Is that Donald Collion coming in again? Dahi McCluskey outside towards Michael McVeigh. On the right hand side of the arc, Dahi McCluskey again. Can give and just slow it down for a second. As the Lip are set up now, the fast break is no longer on. They'll have Buller kicking 2-pointers into that breeze. It's Darragh O'Neill out on the left hand side in front of probably the biggest section of the crowd on the terrace in Balahi. Darragh O'Neill carries the ball right across the line and then turns to go back the other way. Michael McVeigh, and just a wee sting round the Gilligan just says, "We're calming down here. We're in no panic. We don't have to score."
No, and they're being efficient with their use of the ball there, and they're just hunting sideways at the minute as Sean O'Kane picks up possession. But Sean again has to turn and come back out and recycle to Ryan McGilligan. And Ryan has options. I mean, Padraig Harron's making space. There's plenty of space coming available, but it's far from goal. So they look have set up very well here, defending. And, that's a bit of a crazy ball.
Great foot in from Conor Corey. He's actually getting free.
Get a free in.
I suppose they didn't give him on with his hands.
Mikey Harkin involved there and was down low for the ball
he's already made an impact. Mary Cason's coming on.
He has, and he'll continue to do that. He's such a busy wee footballer, and he'll want to be involved in every phase of the play.
I'd say
Kevin Barry Mullins.
Well, outside the big arc, it's probably 50 metres when you take the angle into account on the left hand side. It's into the breeze. Kevin Barry Mullins kicked a couple of deadly ones with the breeze in the first half. He has taken a fair run back at this. He steps forward to the left hand side, 50-metre kick. He gets right through that ball. That is just dropping to the right and wide.
To be fair, he had the distance. It just
held up at the end.
Yeah.
It looked when it left his boot as though it was going to get there.
That's impressive kicking.
It's a big kick against that breeze.
Yeah.
It is. It's a big kick, but it just didn't make it as the loop. Jamie McAlin sets the ball on the tee. They're a bit more spread out now than they were in the first half in terms of their own kick out as he looks out towards Tory Cudden again on the kick out. It breaks down. It is Cody Rocks out around the middle of the field. Gets his hands on the ball. This year's Derry Maynard captain pops it off to his brother Dylan outside to Kyle Conway, and his ball's intercepted, but Dylan Rocks wins it back again. Pops it off to Peter Coleman. Then give him working hard to get back behind the ball. Coleman no foul. Inside to Rocco Devlin. Great tackling by Padraig O'Kane, driving out through the tackle. Wins a free out for Dungiven. That's a big moment.
Yeah, Padraig come out there playing a captain's game. They picked up the ball loose. And he just almost kicked possession away. Only Mikey Harkin was alert to it. But Padraig picked up a knock there, and whether he just decided to get rid of the ball to nurse his sores or whether he was just a wee bit complacent, he played a bad ball across, and only Mikey Harkin was allowed to take the loop for in and straight on goal. But
lovely ball inside and towards Paddy Higgins. Wins the ball in front of Shannon Lagan. There haven't been too many today. That's been a great battle as well. There have been a few inside. Kieran Bradley against Shannon Kane's been a great battle as well. And given retained possession, it's back out to Darragh O'Neill again. Darragh's dictated a lot of what Dungiven have done in an offensive side as well. Here's Mikey Harkin breaking the line, running straight to the goal. Per solo, he gets away with it. He's in on goal. He's turned back. He fisted across. Darragh O'Neill gets up. It's broken down. It's in the square. It's going to be a free out for the Lip. It is a free out for the Lip. They defended it really well, and I think it was Tory Cutton again underneath. As Corey, I'm going to get that right yet. I keep going to call him Connor. Corey comes out with possession for the Lip. Dungiven forwards working really, really hard to stem this attack. That's a great tackle from Michael McVeigh. Turns the ball over high up in the pitch, just outside the arc. Dungiven have numbers if they move it. It's Harn, it's Paddy Higgins. Paddy Higgins with a solo off the right. Short. Paddy Higgins puts it into the arms, and Jamie McAlin above his head takes the ball. It is still Dungiven 17, the Loop 1-5, 17-8. 9 points from Connor Peoples penalised. Is he going to get penalised for 15 metres? He didn't. Gavin Dixon decided that rather than not handing the ball back, Cody Rocks hadn't taken the ball off him. And in fairness, he could be right there. I wouldn't say it was It was blatant.
No.
Cody Rocks was maybe trying to be cute and by the 50 metres, and Potter Peoples kind of looked and what have we done?
He was caught between the
He was, but they've given have got away with it.
Yeah, we got Dylan Rocks on the attack here again.
He thought about a 2-pointer.
He did.
It's Cody Rocks coming across the line, driving off the arc. He's inside the D. Cody Rocks is the score for the Loop.
Yeah.
They're just starting to eat into it a wee bit. 21 minutes to play. We're 9 minutes into the second half. It is the Given 17, the Loop 1-9.
1-6.
Sorry, jeez, 1-6. Yes. Am I allowed to say Jesus on this? 1-6.
No, here's your
1-9, Mammy. Sorry, Mammy. Kicked out long by Thomas McCluskey out to the far side in front of the crew. And it's Kevin Barry Mullen who gets his hands on the breaking ball. And in fairness, there have been 2 or 3 players like Kevin Barry Mullen who have really stepped up when they've given have needed a ball.
Yeah.
And here he goes right down the middle, and he pops it into Ryan McGilligan, and they've broken the Loop line here. Peter Bradley comes across the cover. It's popped off. Padraig Hearn on the left, that's swinging away to the left and wide. That was good pressure from Kay Conley, who's been pretty impressive in his own right.
Oh, he has. He's had a very good game, and Padraig Hearn, he's been well marshalled today. I have to say the Loop have done their homework really, really well, and Padraig's not getting much purchase, but that was a bit of a wayward shot at Skade and away off to the left. But yeah, the Loop are definitely looking lively here.
Yeah, and they're looking for this kick out now. Tory Cutton has come wide, and Kevin Barry Mullen has been dragged wide with him. Now and obviously been given an alert to it now because Kevin Barry has come out here. They've obviously told this is where the kick out goes in the second half, and now Kevin Barry Mullen's on it, and it is a free against the Loop. They've given the fairness, like you're looking at your players, they're young lads. They've worked that out pretty quickly. Kevin Barry Mullen was stepped across on that kick out. It happened twice. It didn't happen the third time. They've given it one free in.
Yeah, Padraig Hearn plays a nice ball across to Dahi Harry here, and Dahi just holding off his man with one arm, and he's been
great tackle. Given free.
I don't know.
Given the free.
I think if Dahi had ridden a very good tackle, and then it ended up that Dylan Rocks just had him around the waist, and that's what ended up giving away the free. But Darragh O'Neill again, he's just dictating the game, sitting in around the pocket there and playing the ball across. Everything's going through him. As we see Potter Peoples here on the ball, and across again to that man Darragh O'Neill, who plays the ball, a wayward ball.
But it got there, Ryan McGilligan, and Darragh O'Neill to the other wing half back, Donald Colgan, who's a big influence as well. He's sitting on 4 points for the day. And then Given are back in possession. They're 50 metres from the Loop goal. They're keeping it. The Loop aren't at the point yet of really squeezing out hard with the breeze. At some point they're going to have to do that because the Given spells of possession are too long for the Loop to eat into this lead. Here's Dahi McCluskey driving through the arc. He pops it off. Padraig Hearn. No shot this time. Brown. Emmett McKeever. Darragh O'Neill, again. Potter Peoples coming round the right hand side. He pushes off past Kieran Bradley, pops it in. Here's Donald Colgan back around again, and then Given have done this well. That's a good 90 seconds of possession. The Loop are sitting in.
Yeah, they've done.
They're unable to affect it, and they'd be better almost squeezing out because they need the ball back. You can't allow them Given to run the game down, and eventually the score comes from Kevin Barry Mullen driving off the shoulder, and that's worst case scenario for the Loop. For to give them keep the ball for 2.5 minutes and then score. The Loop at this point would be better letting them score after 30 seconds.
It's actually not unlike what happened with Dungiven and Glen, where Dungiven ended up with the breeze hemmed in, and they could not get up the field. They couldn't get out, and Dungiven worked out very well there, and they just hemmed the Loop in until they had no choice. Harry wants the kick out there and across to Darragh O'Neill. And Darragh just takes a wee touch, looks up, he just plays for the head up. He never gives away possession. He just uses the ball well as he lays it off to Potter Peoples, and Potter goes across again back to Kevin Barry Mullen. And at the minute, Kevin Barry is just at walking pace here. He's just looking to thread a pass.
The ball is popped through the arc now because the sweeper stepped out for a second in impatience. Peter Coleman stepped out and Padraig Hearn back out round again. And it's recycled. And Given keep the ball again, and it's Kevin Barry Mullen 50 metres from the Loop goal again. Dara O'Neill outside him again, and here goes Dara at the line. Dara breaks the line off the outside of the line, but Dara O'Neill, outstanding, absolutely outstanding.
Quite possibly the score of the game, and I mean, Kyle Conway has some fine scores today, but that was an absolutely beautiful score. He's on the right hand side, off his right, it curled so perfectly and just over the black spot on the curve. Beautiful score from Dara O'Neill.
One of those that everybody can do at training,
Yep.
but nobody can do in matches.
Not
But you
everybody
dare try.
gets a chance,
You dare try.
uh,
That was a great score. There is a change for them. And it is Martin O'Bradley who didn't start. He was named at 15. He is in for Cormac O'Kane.
Yeah.
We are almost halfway through the second half here.
Yeah.
Okay, this I said at one stage about the first 18 minutes being a long 18 minutes for the loop. This has been a very short 15 minutes for them. The second half is half over.
Aye.
And it is 19 points to 1-6. There are still 10 points in this game. Done.
Well,
A fantastic catch.
yeah.
Outside to Conor Corey. Got it right for once.
We did.
Conor Corey pops it back to Dylan Rocks again. The squeeze is on. Dylan Rocks to Conor Corey. They're trying to work it out of that hole on the right hand side. They've got it around to Peter Coleman. He's tackled by Michael McVeigh. He's looking for the free. He pops it on out. There's a runner off the shoulder. Here's another runner, and it's Luke O'Neill. They're looking for 2-pointers at this stage. Peter Coleman is pops it to Luke O'Neill. He's got Dylan Rocks coming outside him. There's the shot coming from Dylan Rocks just outside the arc. He's measured that beautifully, has he? No, it's just gone to the right.
Yeah.
It's just gone to the right.
Just to the
On
terrace.
the wrong side from us and Dylan Rocks. And in fairness, they have to have those goals at it now. You know, they're 10 points down. It's 15 minutes to go. That's recoverable with the 2-pointers, but it's not recoverable without them.
That's right. And Dylan Rocks was screaming for the ball there on the overlap. He knew what he wanted to do, and he was assured. I see Gavin O'Neill talking
Gavin
to
Dixon.
or Kevin Dixon,
Gavin
talking to
Dixon.
Dahi Harry here. I can't imagine what that was about.
Something off the ball on the far side.
He hasn't shown a card.
Connor Cody, I think, is going to be spoken to
He
as well.
seems to be for speaking
Yeah.
to the two of them, but no, I
Whatever.
didn't see a card there for Dahi, but he certainly seemed to take his name unless he ticked him.
Unless he got the wrong man as well, unless the referee was told a number 8 and he got the wrong number 8. It's yellow for it is yellow for both of them. It's yellow for Conor Corey. It's yellow
Yeah.
for
For
Dahi
Dahi.
McCluskey.
Yeah.
Number 8
Yeah.
wins the duck.
It's been about a hurl on after.
Third and fourth. I think it was off that on the far side where the Lip were trying to get out of pressure. Something.
I'm laughing here. Poor Patrick O'Kane just Dahi took his talking to and walked away, and by the time Gavin spoke to Conor Corey and then come back and flash the two yellows, it wasn't Dahi in front of him, it was Patrick O'Kane. Patrick, the colour left his face up to see what am I getting booked for, but no.
Kept out well won
worked.
by Donald
Patrick
Colgan
Larry,
again.
Broken down to Donna Colgan
Yeah.
and Kevin Barrymore in possession, but under pressure across to Mikey Harkin.
It's been a theme and it's been a theme of the Dungiven teams of the last 4 or 5 years. They look really, really well coached as they come through the middle here. Michael McVeigh off the outside of the right, drills it just over the bar from about 25 metres.
Yeah.
20th point of the day, just a
Yeah.
third of the second half. For Dungiven, but we're 17 minutes in and
Yeah.
haven't really eaten into it.
Mikey Harkins had a big impact on that wing. A lot of ball going up that far side, and he's so lively. And this another change on the Dungiven side. Is it Aaron?
17, it is Aaron McGuigan.
Yeah, Aaron McGuigan and
For Everdaw, Conor McKenna.
Conor McKenna.
How about that for we got Irish never American? Like that.
I do Kenner.
There's the short kick out. The Lip needed to work on. They needed to get it away, and it's gone to Cody Rocks. Who, fairness to Cody Rocks, has tried his hard out. That's gone across the face of the goal under pressure, and they got it out. But Cody Rocks, he's just been so far from goal for them to allow him to impact the goal, the game in a forward position, popped out the line, driven down the line. Michael Doherty came on after a great tackle again from Padraig O'Kane. That's 2 big turnovers from the Dungiven captain. That's a great hit. That is a superb hit from Peter Coleman again. And then, he's going to move at 50 metres because they dissented. Peter Coleman, the first hit was brilliant. They were just overzealous in the follow-up tackle.
Yeah, and
Give the free, and the poke was up.
But
and
you have to give
reacted.
credit. You have to give credit, and it's not the first time I'm going to say it in my career that you would see Emmett McKeever taking a hard hit, still holding the ball, and still winning the free. And on this occasion, it was Emmett Oak. But Emmett Oak took that tackle.
Brilliant,
It was
yeah,
a fine tackle, and he shipped it well, and he just managed to hold on possession. It was borderline free, I will say.
It was, but the Lip reaction is that the ball moved forward 50 metres, right to the edge of the arc. Kevin Barrymore sets it on the ground. The kick is through the ball. That's superb. That is superb.
Yeah.
Given by Amon. Another 2-pointer for them given. It is 22 points to a goal and 6.
Yeah,
13 points, 11 minutes to go.
Yeah.
It's starting to look
It's looking like
unrecoverable.
it's getting away from the look a wee bit here. Kevin Barrymont's having a very good game. That alongside Padraig O'Kane, Dara O'Neill, Dahi Harry, their big men are standing up.
Giving from the kick out again is Paddy Higgins.
Paddy Higgins
On the left hand side, just in front of the dugout,
Patter
in front
Peoples.
of a big given crowd. Patter Peoples pops it off as that Donut Collis, Mikey Harton, sorry again. And the given now taking the absolute sting out of this game. The lip are going to have to squeeze out, but it's hard. The legs are starting to go. It's been a tough 45 minutes as Darrell O'Neill pops Padraig Harn steps. He got away with it and pops Darrell O'Neill in again. The shot was half blocked, comes across the D, and the lip have hands on the ball. Michael McVeigh with the high tackle. Gavin Dixon says just a free as the lip come out of defence. Have to work the ball pretty quickly here now. There's 10 minutes to play. It has been given 22 points to lip, a goal and 6. Tory Cudden on the left hand side pops it up the line. Here comes Rocco Devlin. He drove at the line a few times in the first half and hurt them. Hasn't had enough. It's a lovely dummy. Throws the dummy. Chance. Ball inside. That's a lovely piece of play. That's Martin O'Bradley with the score. Rocco Devlin with the dummy to set it up. But the given had the goal protected too, and the point was probably the best Philip we're going to get out of that.
Rocco Devlin's a classy wee footballer. So lovely dummy there and laid off the ball to Martin O'Bradley. That's a very good score. Are we seeing a change here again? A change for the loop here. Hard to see from this side of the field who's coming on.
It is Evernije Michael McVeigh is on at wing half back. It is. I'm just trying to see who's gone on the far side. It's number 4, Dara Jackson, who's gone for the loop after 50 minutes. As Thomas McCluskey has the ball on the tee, ready for the kick out and given, loaded on the left wing.
And I'm just looking there, taking off the cornerback, but credit to the Luke defence today. I mean, to hold the given scoreless this long, in terms of goalless, I should say, this far into the game, they're a team that have been scoring goals, and they have scoring threats there from the goal. But
Martin Bradley wins the
break. Bradley again, and back to Kyle Conway, who's been super today.
Yeah, and again, it was Dylan Rocks and Tory Cudden under that kick out, and they both combined to get the hands. So they've done really, really well in the air for the loop. And in fairness, Dylan Rocks a lot of balls. A wee pop, backdoor cut inside. There's a runner off the shoulder for the loop. He's looking for the goal. Peter Coleman, he's going to get us free. But he is outside.
Yeah.
He is just outside.
Yeah,
the ladder. Where it was a foul, it was free.
To get onto the line here.
It was outside.
In case he goes to take it quickly.
Kyle Coleman, he looks to the line. Does he pop it back out there to Conor Corey standing on the edge of the arc for a 2-pointer? At that point, they're 12 points down here. They're 8 minutes to go. He's going to tap the one here. Kyle Coleman, so that makes it that makes it 22 points to 1-8.
I'm putting O'Kane. I don't know if he's annoyed at himself or annoyed at Gavin, but he felt that he had struck the ball cleanly there. But it was a 50-50 call. I can understand why it was a free. Kyle Conway has super feet on him, and he took that score very well.
He does. Just been given line the kick out towards the left hand side from Thomas McCluskey. His hands under it again, and it's Peter Coleman on the break again. Philip, he looks up a kick pass inside to Tomas Devlin. He's got a runner off the shoulder. He didn't pop it. He's got another runner off the shoulder. The ball just didn't go to hand, and the speed has gone out of the attack. It's out. Is that Michael Doherty? I do believe. That's a lovely kick.
Lovely score.
I think that was Michael Doherty, the half-time substitute from on his left foot. It's either way as a score for the loop. It is 22 points to 1-9. Tomas Devlin there breaking the line. Peter Coleman winning the break. We've had a lot of boys who have just kept at it.
Oh, there's no doubt. As Gavin, Colin,
Dylan
Rocks, and Mikey Harkin in here. There was a wee bit of afters.
Just Dylan.
A bit of a height difference there between the two lads, and Dylan seems to have come out the worst of the two of them. Were tussling and howling on that last kick out, but kick out away here. And again, Jackie Harry caught that one clean and lays it off to Kevin Barrymore, who ships a good hard shoulder.
Conway.
It's a lovely ball. Lovely ball on
Mikey Harkin inside. Paddy Higgins! Dungiven.
Ryan McGilligan jumps to there, punches there in delight.
Dungiven will win the Derry Minor Championship, you would imagine. At this point, that is a brilliant goal. That is a brilliant goal.
Takes the score.
From start to finish.
122 to 19. Dahi Harry caught the ball clean to Kevin Barrymore. Beautiful curling pass onto the edge of the box, and Paddy Higgins just finished it.
I buried it.
There would have been no defender or no goalie stopping that one.
Brilliant finish through the goalkeeper. Great ball. Kevin Barrymore took the hit, popped the ball over the top, and then given now 13 points clear, just under 6 minutes to play. It is looking like a second minor championship in 4 years for St. Canice's. They won Ulster the last time. Emmett, Og McKeever's father Emmett, and Ashton O'Keefe's father Darrell were the joint managers of that team. 2 players on this Dungiven team. They will start to turn. Kyle Conway has a go for a 2-pointer. It's just gone off to the left, and it's they have a go at it at this stage. It was 50 metres out off the outside of the right boot, but it's tailed away off to the left, and it's just become increasingly difficult as Gavin Dixon shoots a yellow. Tomas Devlin gets the yellow card for the lip.
And Emmett Og McKeever's had a good game here today, and it was very disappointed. Both him and Dahi Harry last year played in last year's minor final that they lost to Marfeld and lost heavily. But they were both under 16, and they'll have learned a lot from that. And that, as you say, Emmett Og has picked up the kick out, played it across to Patrick O'Kane, and Patrick O'Kane across to that man, Donald Cullen.
Yeah, another who's had a really good game, and say he's still on 4 points, but he's had a lot of influence, a lot of ball. Mary Kay, I know we don't have any trophies, but it's time to start thinking about your man of the match.
Well,
popped inside Kieran Bradley. I'll let you we think for a minute. Kieran Bradley cuts the ball out in the full back line for the lip. There's Peter Coleman now, in fairness. He's been exceptional. He's been exceptional for the lip. That's popped away. Mikey Harkin gets a hand in. The Dungiven crowd raises in approval on the far side. The ball does bounce back in the lip hands, but they appreciated the pressure. Nonetheless, as it's popped off, here comes Dylan Rocks looking for a runner in the middle, and his brother Cody comes off the shoulder. My microphone is gone, Mikey. Look at that there. She's on the green lights. What's that been there for? Did you not watch the green lights? Cody Rocks for a 2-pointer. He's got it too. He's got it. It's a lovely kick from 50 metres as Peter Coleman kicks. Sorry, we got a bit confused because one of our mics died there. But Ryan McGilligan has gone down with what looks like a cramp in his groin.
122 to 111.
122 to 111, and lovely kick there.
3 minutes
from Cody Rocks. Still 11 points in it with 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, I see Jude Fernand here, or Dungiven physio, and having a wee look at Ryan McGilligan. But Dungiven have opted to play away anyway, so high ball out on top of the Peter Coleman there for the loop, who's on the attack, and free into the loop.
Yeah, Michael Doherty.
So we have Jude Fernand treating a man for cramp here. We have a player down injured in the middle of the field for Dungiven, and the loop player Conor Corey down, getting a wee bit of attention right out on the sideline, and Gavin Dixon as we were to consult with his linesman and his Mikey Harkin. Did Mikey Harkin pick up a card already?
No, I don't think so, did he?
Or did he take him? He's called Mikey Harkin across anyway. Yeah, Gavin's just having a word with him there, and it's a yellow card for Mikey. So, look, 122 to 111 and 2.5 minutes to go, plus whatever they add on for injury time. Ryan is back on his feet, and that's a fine score.
Kyle Conway.
A lovely score from Kyle Conway. He is absolutely brilliant for the look today, and that's a fine 2-pointer for the look. There can be no question mark over his performance today anyway.
No, absolutely not. He's kicked a lovely ball. Say son of the manager, Darren. He's definitely inherited the ball striking ability for sure. Darren, a great player in those great Ballon d'Or teams of past decade and well, past couple of decades as it was now. There's a big scrum behind the goals. Looks a great crack among the young boys. I don't know what's going on up there, but there's about 40 of them bathing lumps in the which is uh, in a pleasant way, I must add, like not in a bad way. But Cody Rocks has won. Sorry, Connor Cody it is. Geez, Connor Cody plays soccer for Wolves. I've gone now all together. Connor Corey. Connor Cody. Oh, ball's turned over. No, it's not. It's Don Rocks again. And fairness, put in a massive shift the other to stay alive in this, and they're 9 points down, and they're still fighting. Tory Cudden is coming down the left hand side. He's looking for a runner off the shoulders. Cody Rocks coming around on the lip. He's got another man. There's a shot on here. If they take it, it's Luke O'Neill. Popped inside. It's Peter Coleman from 50 metres, and he's got that as well. That's a brilliant two-pointer.
Brilliant.
And it just feels like the Looper probably at this stage thinks if this had come 8 or 9 minutes ago, this was the game for us. There's 7 in it now. There's 45 seconds of normal time to play. There was 13 in it for most of the second half, and they've taken over in the kick out. They've got their hands on a lot of ball. I don't think there's anything been given. They've done massively wrong. And look, they've won another kick out. Cody Rocks pops it down. There's a free. Look, that's a 2-point attempt again. Kyle Conway. It's a difficult one, but he's coming right across here. He's straight onto it now. Problem at this stage is it's a 52, 53 metre kick, and he has to rush it. But he doesn't have a minute to compose himself, so he's going to have to just step and kick, and that would be mightily impressive if he can manage this. That would cut the gap to 5 as we end. And he's got it, has he? He's got it. He's got it.
Well.
What a kick! What a kick from Kelly Conway. 122 to 117 with, well, whatever is to be added, we don't know. We're just into the stoppage time right now, and 5 points for UK.
That's been impressive, and the Loop are going to really be kicking themselves that they weren't able to find that space in the first 10 minutes or 15 minutes of this half, because had they been able to take those 2 pointers, this would have been a very different game going on to the last minutes here. But they've given her all at sea in the middle of the field, and Dara O'Neill or Emmett McKeever, it's hard to see from here. There's it's Emmett McKeever, because Dara's been walking out, and not the biggest man on there, but he managed to gather up possession from that kick out, and he's just getting a wee bit of attention here. Dahi Harry has the ball in hand, and he's roaring at his teammates to get up the field. He's aware of the fact that they've been hemmed in for the last 5 minutes, and he's shouting and roaring at his team to get up the field as he plays the ball into the corner to Sean O'Kane. And it's Mikey Harkin.
Mikey Harkin driving the arc down the left hand side, pace into the attack. Great tackle from Senan Lagan. It bounces off Mikey Harkin's foot, and that's going to be a wide ball. It is a kick out for the Loop. Yeah, it's a wide ball. We're 5 points in it. We don't know how much injury time's been added. I didn't see a board. We're about a minute. We're a minute and a half into the stoppage time. I actually had a good sense to start watching. I don't even know why. Long kick out from Jamie McAllen.
Could have been.
Cody Rocks has won the break. He goes down tired. He's looking for a kick pass inside. There's Howland. Tomas Devlin has been held. So and go. He's going to pop in the stick. Tomas Devlin! Goal!
For the Loop.
There are 2 points in this game.
Yeah.
From 13 down for so much of the second half. When the Given got their goal, this game looked dead and buried. We're 2 minutes into stoppage time. The Loop are 2 points. They are a 2-pointer away from party.
I see Paul McFlynn slapping the top of the fence down here in front of me.
The kick out goes long from Tomas McCluskey. Cody Rocks is on there. What a catch! Dahi McCluskey. A big face. Paul Hearn slips on the ball. He gets it popped away. Ryan McGilligan picks it up. A wee bit of security. The pressure is enormous in front of that crowd. Big hit from Connor Corey. Popped out. Dahi McCluskey again looking for a pass. Gets it to Kevin Barrymore. He's got Donald Colgan out here outside him. He goes backwards. Padraig Peoples. It's out to the left hand side. Mikey Harkin. He's got a wee bit of space, and he goes back into the traffic again, but he beats the tackle. He's got an advantage. Mikey Harkin, he's got an advantage. Then Given are in a good position in terms of having the ball. Now Gavin Dixon has put the hand down. Does that mean the advantage is over? Donald Colgan pops it down the line again. Padraig Harn. Gavin Dixon's got the whistle in his mouth. He looks as though he's about to blow. The Given are the minor champions.
Did Padraig Harn know there was a hooter coming and why he blasted the ball into the crowd?
Gavin, I think, had told him. I think he had looked at Gavin had whistled in his mouth, and he seemed to indicate to him that was it.
Full time score.
Blasted the ball.
They look 2-17. What a finish to a game.
What a finish to a game. Like, for a long, long time in that second half, it looked unrecoverable for the Lip. Now, if anybody knows the Lip over the last 40, 50 years, there's nothing that is unrecoverable, and they showed that. Like, they're a 2-pointer away from rescuing that game, and their effort in the last 10 minutes when the legs were gone, hanging out of them, to get back from Paddy Higgins' goal. Not even sure what the score was at that point, but there were 10, 11 points in it at that stage.
That game was dead.
That game was gone, and they just kept checking. Kerry Conway, 2-pointers.
Yeah.
They just kept at it and kept at it. The goal came from Tomas Devlin, brought it back to 2 points, and in fairness,
on behalf of the Derry County Board, I first of all like to thank Malachy here for hosting the pitch. I think it's very, very appropriate with the Sean de Bruyne Cup here to be here in Sean de Bruyne Park. It brings back memories of a great, great man that Sean Brown was, and I think hopefully in years to come it will stay here. Thank you to our sponsors, O'Neill Sportswear, who cannot be here this evening for obvious reasons. Something happened at home, domestic at home, and also to Amos Scullion for kindly helping out with the cup in the years gone past, which is very, very much appreciated. To Mr. Dixon and all the team of officials, thank you very, very much. Today, I think everybody can agree and will agree that it was a great display of Gaelic games here played. The skill level was a new level, totally game changer. FRC has brought a game up to another level now. The 2-pointers are game changers, and we've seen there tonight the 2-pointers could end up this game in a draw, or possibly getting a point more. But on the night, St. Canice has played a very, very strong game. It's a very strong breeze. The two teams were coached exceptionally well. Just on the night, and I always say it on the night's presentations, losers do not play in finals. Tonight, look, we're runners-up in the 2025 Minor A final. Runners-up, you played in the final. When you get to my age, you'll discover you count the finals in one hand, no more than that. Now to the victorious captain here, Padraig, for St. Canice is here. I'd like to Declan Brown here from the Brown family here to present the Sean de Bruyne Cup here to Padraig.
There's one in there.
I was going to say a few words.
First of all, it'd be hard enough to thank the teammates that have been here the whole way throughout the year, especially the ones that have been given through and through the whole way up through the winter. It's no easy task to keep your head in the right track there, but fair play to you as all. It was definitely the start of this year was our mission was to win games, draw games, lose games. Whatever way we came through the games, we were going to go through the games as one. We were going to come through them as a group, and that all comes down to how the management could keep their eye over us and give us a hand whenever they needed. So thanks to Gabriel, Paul, Colin, Joe and Bobby, and Connor Johnson, who was involved with the S&C work. Use all of the kind of stuff going on outside of football and show up week in, week out and give them the best advice and the best hand that you could, not taking anything else out in us. Massive. And the main man, Liam Harry. And he fairly knows how to get you going, so we can give the late comebacks and the resilience to Liam Harry. And just to look, you have certainly been our biggest thorn in the side this year, and you've always been there. And like the work rate that you have is something that we coming into this game, that's what we were looking for. So we were basing our work rate off Yuns, and that just shows that the standard was set by Yuns, and fair play to you. Last of all, I suppose, just thanks for all the local businesses in the town who've been supporting us through, especially this championship campaign. You do mean an awful lot to us, especially if, whenever we needed it most. So thank you. And last of all, I know how much this cup means to the family, and yeah, it's in good hands.
Sleep tonight.